Alright, so I'm sitting in the chicken field right now because the barn is a little chaotic. I just moved Betty and Cameo and their twins into the nursery area, and that was a bit rough. They were fighting with everybody. Well, I say everybody. They were fighting with Oakley, or Oakley was fighting with them. Shoving lambs around. Crazy. So, just an update of what's going on. Last night I noticed Fury, who had twins. She had Trinity and Neo. She was just really listless. It just kind of came on really fast. Sybil kind of acted like that, but she snapped out of it. So anyway, I was talking to another sheep friend of mine, and she said that she dealt with ketosis a little bit with one of her ewes, and it's just they are depleted of energy, and I really don't know how to explain it. So Fury was very lethargic late last night, listless. I had to like push her to get up one time. I had to convince her to like let her lambs feed, nurse. It started to rain a little bit harder. And Jess, who had twins as well, but I lost, that was the second week lamb I lost, was Jess's. She was also kind of acting like that. Not as bad as Fury, but I guess it was pretty obvious with Fury, but, so I was talking to a sheep friend of mine, and she had dealt with some ketosis as well with one of her ewes. Just trying to find an area that didn't have as much rain. And she treated with propylene glycol, and she seemed to be bouncing back. So I have never dealt with ketosis, or twin lambing disease is also what it's called. It can be from nutrition deficiency or lack of nutrition. It can be from weather changes, apparently. So this morning I called a local vet because our vet's like an hour away, as I said before. And they just went ahead and came out, which was nice. A very quick response from them. But he looked at everybody and he's like, it's strange because ketosis, the cure for ketosis is getting the lamb out, so making them no longer pregnant. And he's like, I guess what you have here is like a lingering ketosis. So he gave me a gel supplement of propylene glycol, has amino acids and some other vitamins for them. He gave that to Jess, but unfortunately this morning Joey went out to the barn and Fury had passed, so we are dealing with that. So I fed her lambs this morning and they took to the bottle right away. They were definitely hungry. And then I topped off, I let Jessamyn's ewe lamb eat from the bottle as well, macaroon. And then, so since Sybil had shown some signs of it as well, I fed some to Dumbledore, because I definitely noticed a decline in Sybil's milk. Her udder's definitely not as big, and I can tell Jessamyn's is going down as well. So I'm just going to be topping off macaroon and Dumbledore and feeding Trinity and Neo round the clock. So I have a good formula already, so we're good there. We're prepared for that. Everyone's taking bottles, no problem, which is a huge blessing. Sometimes, even though they're hungry, like they have a really hard time switching from teat to bottle. So I'm glad that's working out. Yeah, so it's a pretty big loss. Fury was Lilu's first daughter, and she was 5, so not very old, but I usually handle these things really well. Like when Lilu passed, I don't know, I didn't cry over it. I don't know if that sounds crass, but it was like, oh well, she's old. We kind of knew it was coming. I don't know, maybe I did cry over it. I can't remember. So my plan originally, I wasn't gonna keep any of Cyclone's lambs this year, unless I got like a really like spotty, flashy ewe lamb. And with Trinity now being a bottle baby, like she'd be super friendly and really easy to handle. So I guess I'll just see how she grows and make my decision later on, because they were like a really small set of twins. Which Fury was really small too, actually, but she grew to be a decent size. Now when you have sheep, I'm sure not everybody does this, but when you have sheep and you have a ram lamb that's a bottle baby, you need to weather them, because rams need to learn to keep their distance from you and be respectful of boundaries. And when you're bottle feeding a ram lamb, those boundaries are crossed. Like you imagine a lamb or a goat kid, or a regular kid, when they're nursing, they hit the udder, and are really rough, like headbutting. Like he's already doing that to me. So he's definitely gonna be in our group to be weathered, and I'm gonna try to sell him as a bottle baby. I think I'll keep him for a couple weeks, and then once he's weathered and healed, I'll probably try to move him on to another home to be a pet, a fiber pet, or like a companion for another ram, maybe, is what wethers would be good for. So some people want bottle babies. I do not. It's never been my intention. So Sybil, I already sold her mom a month or so ago, but Sybil's mom, I got her like really cheap when I was first starting out, because she just didn't even lactate. And so when Sybil came along, Sybil had a twin too. I had lost that twin. I almost lost Sybil. But I had to bottle feed, and it was a first experience for me, and I didn't know there was different qualities of formula, which makes sense now, but didn't think about it back then. So I was using like a really shitty quality formula. But this year, done more research, talked to more people, and I'm using the Shepherd's Choice formula, which is a lot better quality for them. And I can just already tell, like from the first times I was using, like the Do More was the other brand, the Do More brand, from like Tractor Supply or something. Like I could just tell right away that it just, like, it didn't let their system like flow, I guess. It kind of like clogged them up, it seemed. But Trinity and Neo are doing great. They've already had 2 bottles now. doesn't bother the other two that I'm topping off, so I'm at least grateful that we have that on hand already. So I guess let's go to the maternity ward and see what's new there. Okay, so as I said, we moved Betty and Cameo out, and I actually got these crazy girls in here quite easily. So Rosebank was already down there, and Toast is here in the first jug, and Toast is bred to Toro, our meat ram, because she doesn't have all the Shetland attributes that I want her to have. Oh, thank you. And then this is Splendid. This is Fury's full sister. Except for like her little ears, she has like little black spotting on her ears. She is Lilu's copy, like everything. And she's definitely has Lilu's attitude and not her father's. So her dad is Gunner. So she is bred to Cyclone this year, or every year from now on. So she's bred to Cyclone, and you can tell how she's holding her tail right there. When the vet was here, I was like, oh, those two out there, meaning Toast and Splendid, I was like, I don't know when they're due. It'll probably be a while yet. And then Splendid turns around, he goes, you sure? Because her vulva is like already swollen and protruding. And then you saw Rosebank come into the jug. I think she's in early labor. Hi, buddy. Everyone's got nice bedding. Toast is just down there having a snack. Did you turn your snack into bedding? I think you did. So this is Splendid. Splendid's first lambing because she decided to run away from her suitor last year. Rosebank, on the other hand, is a seasoned vet, and I don't know, I think she's 8 or 9, I can't remember exactly. So she's had very many lambs. The first year we had her, she had twin boys, and the second year she had a single boy. So I'm hoping for a girl. Alright, so now we're in the nursery. I have underestimated my sheep. So this area here, I closed it off for the lambs to get away from the mamas, but it looks like Elf is small enough and determined enough to fit through that hole. Good, Joey's home. Alright, so Sybil here, she has Dumbledore, which is always off somewhere else. So, oh, he's right there. Never mind, you're actually with your mama this time. He's one of the lambs that I'm topping off. Sybil is eating way more, drinking, everything. She's acting way better. You can tell she's kind of skinny. Her hip bones are protruding. Cameo, we just moved out. Those are her 2 lambs. Here's Betty, who just moved out, and her 2 lambs. Here's Fury's, my little bottle babies. Yeah, I know. I love you too. You're just hungry. You're just hungry. You don't love me. Alright, here's Jess. I keep finding macaroon in this tire, which is really cute. So you can also tell with Jess, like, she's just, like, after they lamb, they're always hollowed out like that, but yeah. Hey, Jessie. Hey, Jessie. Oh, she doesn't like me anymore because I've been giving her medicine. We've been doing like B complex shots and Nutri-Drench, and then of course the vet gave her the gel. But Macaroon is so sweet. She doesn't run away ever. She's a good lamb. You had a good lamb. Hello, guys. So now I have 2 little shadows. So this is the stuff that the vet left me with. Propylene glycol, amino acids, vitamins, and iron. So we're doing a full syringe, so like 60 mils of this once or twice a day, which I'll probably give Jess a second one later tonight when I do bottles again. Hi. Love you. Is he awake? I just checked on him. He was still sleeping. Is he still sleeping? Okay.